You don't want none. If you do, come get some. But I know you don't want none. You don't wanna go to war with me. You don't want none. If you do, come get some. But I know you don't want none. You don't wanna go to war with me. I'm hearing fake suckers talk about they want war. You don't want none coming from the soldiers, boy. Better be cool, sit down and just chill. You don't wanna see me out on the battlefield. I rip tracks up for a damn living. Beat them whole like a piece of pound Thanksgiving. Welcome to the Killer's Terror Dome.
King Kong ain't got shit on me.
I'm raw with it, that's why the streets feel me. That's why these haters wanna kill me. They ain't ready for the counterattack. I'm shooting rounds with actual facts. So whenever you see me coming, y'all better start running. I came to this thing to handle my business. There ain't another reason why I'm up in this. You don't want none. If you do, come
this Chicago, nigga.
But I know you don't want none. You don't wanna go to war with me. You don't want none. If you do, come get some. But I know you don't want none. You don't wanna go to war with me.
Call the fire department, call the National Guard, call the Marines, call the SEALs, boy, you need to be on. Right, left, right, it don't matter now. I'm up in here like a fire, my shit's dirty down. Hit your direct contact like Nextel. Oh well, watch your mouth, watch your step, boy, you're walking on eggshells. Be cool, be calm, I tried, but I resort to this. Now do you really wanna go against the soldiers, big?
Hold on, little homie, let me gain my composure. Left, right, left, thumps on they face, we them soldiers. I'm legally bonded to soldiers at war, believe that. Play with a sword 6 feet deep, this way you be at. They call me 45, it speaks for itself. Play around with me, boy, let me lose some bad for your health. You better not play games with us, cause we known to march. Left, right, left, oh my God.
You don't want none. If you do, come get some. But I know you don't want none. You don't wanna go to war with me. You don't want none. If you do, come get some. But I know you don't want none. You don't wanna go to war with me. Do you hear me? Can't you understand? No one does it like the soldiers can. I know you hate to see the hits me coming through.
Yo, what's up, y'all? What's up? Yo, this is in the afternoon. I know I missed y'all this morning because I had something to do up early in the morning, dressed in black. Y'all already know. Listen, y'all, this is gonna be an epic show, epic show. Yes, because we know that the Clarkies have went absolutely crazy. We know that the Caitlin Clark fans have went into straight civil war with each other, and they are calling each other all types of flim-flams and flip-a-the-floop-flops and all of that type of stuff. But you know, that's what happened. All snakes in the grass, you know what I mean? They bite one another, and it's a thing. It's a thing. I always go back to when 3 years ago happened. What happened 3 years ago, bro, Claude? 3 years ago. This all started from a certain people fan base. From a certain people fan base that wanted to try to put their player amongst and over every single player in the WNBA, no matter if they were better than her, and they knowingly know that they are better. The ones that are ignorant, they don't know. They just see their favorite player or the their nationality or whatever you would have, however you would like to have it. They just only know about their favorite player and they don't care to know about anyone else. Fine, I give you that. You can have that and you can put it on the boat and you can sell it. So this thing with Caitlin Clark and the coaching staff, the ownership, the reporters, the YouTubers. It's in a certain type of frenzy that we've never ever seen over a female basketball player. A single solitary basketball player. But welcome to the Gingerbread Man Show. This is Steady Service Sports ENT, an extension of Simply Ball Dropping Podcast with my main man, K-Sap. What's up, K-Sap? Shout out to the Full Court Trio. Shout out to the Players Club. We're going to be on the Players Club to watch this epic showdown. I mean, we going to be on the Players Club to do what we need to do. Me, Keisha, you know what I'm saying, Tony and Duval. We going to be over there, you know, chilling on the Claude Cleese show. And listen, man, let me tell y'all something. Let me tell you something. This started 3 years ago from a little girl that wanted to just play basketball in Maryland and a little girl that's from Iowa that played for her state. A little bitty girls that had, two girls had dreams of becoming great legends. And watching the sport that they grew up to start loving, instantly attracted, instantly having developed in skills, instantly watching all of the great ones before them, you know what I mean, play the game, and they wanted to be like those girls. Caitlin Clark, of course, admiring Maya Moore, and Angel Reese, just the admiration and admirer of the whole total game, and the GOAT should. All of the GOATs that came before her, Angel Reese loving each and every single one. But I tell y'all, this afternoon is gonna be epic. Because guess what? We get to watch how it all falls apart. But the basketball players will always be basketball players. And they're gonna do what they supposed to be doing for as playing a basketball game. But it has gotten more richer than that. It has gotten more intense than that. These people have absolutely went to war with each other. I mean, I'm watching it play out. I'm looking at it and I'm like, oh, so this is real. This ain't just who they be talking about, Angel and us, the YouTubers and all of this stuff, how they were laughing about the Angel Reese, you know, backers, and you know, they all getting into it with each, you know what I mean? Listen, this is a straight extreme meltdown. And I'm here for it. And we're gonna watch how the meltdown has already spewed over into all of the public, meaning that the regular people that just want to watch basketball, it is spewed all over the public eye, and we all got to talk about it. So I'm gonna bring up a few of the peoples, you know what I'm saying, that's been going crazy on each other, you know what I mean, and talking about each other while this has been going on. And we gonna start with Dan the Man. You know, he like to call himself Dan the Man. And you know, he talks about Jason Whitlock and how Jason Whitlock is delusional. Dakich. Dan Dakich is gonna break some stuff down, and we're gonna start with Dan Dakich and let everybody know and see what Dan Dakich got to say.
Has been tweeting things anti-Caitlin Clark, and it's really frustrated me.
You're dead ass wrong on me. This is pure theater by Whitlock. The dumbest human beings, I've always said it, when it comes to actual sports are guys like Jason Whitlock.
They didn't think this through.
It's an indictment of Clark. How great is our country? The two biggest issues in our country, last week it was Jackson Dart introducing the President of the United States, and this week it's a female basketball player named Caitlin Clark rolling her eyes at a female coach named Stephanie White. Look, I don't care whether it's first grade, fifth grade, 10th grade, junior varsity, high school, college, pros, whatever. When your best player rolls their eyes and acts like a complete idiot on the bench, it's going to be a problem. I don't give a damn what anybody had to say after this right here. Check out what we're talking about. This is America's favorite diva, Caitlin Clark, getting.
So Dan is breaking down what has happened. So what had happened is Dan the man, you know what I'm saying? He telling y'all exactly how it's going
Check
down.
out what we're talking about. This is America's favorite diva, Caitlin Clark, getting talked to harshly by her coach, and all she does is bitch, whine, and moan and come back. Now, Caitlin Clark defenders, I was fouled. I wasn't fouled. She's being demonstrative, and frankly, this is just another example of her being a jackass. And we're going to talk about people criticizing me for this take, but I understand little Caitlin has the children of the corn wrapped up, and I understand a bunch of middle-aged guys can't stand me, so they love her. But you can all suck it. That's exactly right. You can all suck it. And everybody's making excuses. Everybody's saying, oh, my God, it's so in-depth. It's so hard. Poor Caitlin. She's in such a – no, just don't act like a dick. When you watch her, you get really tired of it. And people say, well, Jordan did that. She ain't Jordan. And Jordan didn't do dribbling down the court, bitching literally on every single call, bitching at her coaches, bitching at everybody. It got in-depth. And we had to bring in the big guns. We had to bring –
Did you see that? He said that Jordan never did this type of thing, whining and crying. Jordan didn't do that. Jordan's like, oh, you ain't see that? Cool. All right. Bet. I'm finna go back down here and I'm finna dunk on this B.O. That's what Michael Jordan did. The great ones, you know what I mean? He talking about how Caitlin Clark was just crying and whining the whole entire time that, you know what I mean, that she, you know what I mean, she was on the court. And then, you know, Dan, the man, got everybody caught up. So we're going to finish with what Dan said. What's going on, loose ball?
in the lesbians, although I don't think Sue Bird's a lesbian. We have.
Don't do that, loose ball. It's equal rights. Everything that we could do, they say they could do. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it with this. Don't start, loose ball, because the girl's gonna get you. The girl's gonna get you. You know, I'm trying, you my friend, so I don't want, you know what I mean? I don't want nobody to get my boy loose ball. You know what I'm saying? Loose ball. Don't say women is women. Just listen. It's women, it's equal rights for everybody. They compared her to Michael Jordan. She gotta get it. You heard it. They compared her to Michael Jordan of the women's basketball game. She got to get it. So Dan is gonna give it to her. Dan gonna give it to her the way that everybody else gives it to everybody else.
Had to bring in Reggie Miller's sister Cheryl and Sue Bird for an in-depth, nuanced discussion. Everything's nuanced. No, it's not. Quit acting like a dick, Caitlin Clark, and people wouldn't have to talk about you being a dick, and people wouldn't have to make excuses for you being a dick.
Right now, it's frustration, and unfortunately, it's boiling over, and it's being seen. It's one thing to have it behind closed doors, but when it spills over and when the coach has to basically say, hey, you know what, Caitlin, enough is enough. This is too disruptive. In and out, take a seat. What do you think?
I agree. I think it's frustration. I'm not like the best lip reader, but I feel like Stephanie White did say defense a couple times. And Caitlin Clark was in foul trouble this game. And obviously we know how things are being called. So I think it is a lot of frustration, but it's also like not that crazy. This isn't the first time we've seen this. It doesn't have some deeper meaning to it. I've had moments like that with coaches. I think it speaks to relationships player coach relationships, like shout out Brian Agler, you could say anything to that man and you could keep it moving. And then I had other coaches where maybe you couldn't, and you have to learn each other in that way.
But you knew
Steph
the
got
line.
mad.
But you knew
Steph-
you knew the line when it becomes disruptive, and then when you and that's when even Kelsey Mitchell kind of chimed in and said, like, you need to go stand over here and let us just regain the calm in our huddle. When it becomes that disruptive to the entire team, somebody has to step in.
That was considered by Jamel Hill to be great, deep, nuanced analysis.
First of all, two people being competitive, two people that really want to win. And, I think a lot of those things happen all the time.
Listen, I'm going to tell y'all something. Caitlin Clark is in trouble. She's in trouble because her fan base will not leave her the hell alone. She's in trouble because her fan base will not leave her alone. She cannot grow because her fan base will not leave her alone. She can't concentrate because her fan base will not leave her alone. Talk about Caitlin and all of this. Her fan base is at war with one another because guess what, guys? 3 years ago, you got to see chinks in the armor with Caitlin Clark lost to LSU, Angel Reese. From then on, the last 3 years, they're coming on, and since the president's wife, Miss Biden, invited Iowa to the White House, it has been this outcry for second grade and second class winners. The number 2 that came in second place mattered. I don't know where the hell that happened. That she got that in her mind to award second place people, but this is what has been done for the last 3 years. We saw an overwhelming outcry for underachievers. More of Thunder Dan.
I know there's a camera on me, and that's how it's going to be, but there's a lot of people out there in the media or on TV that they think they know a lot of things and they're just blatantly wrong about a lot of things. And I ride for Steph. I ride for these girls. Steph has my back more than anybody. So, nobody in that locker room, in our locker room, or Steph or our coaching staff thought twice about it. It's just another example of what everybody, all of you, want to blow up and make something that is just.
You're one sentence away from launching your website with Base 44. Since the
Look, that say when you don't see it publicly. Yeah, total horse shit. Somebody told her what to say. Somebody gave her, I ride with her. She has my back. She can't stand you, and rightfully so. I guarantee you. I mean, she knows that you got rid of Christy Sides, who was a coach of the year in the WNBA. She knows that you're a diva. Look, nobody is smarter in women's basketball than Steph White. I mean, nobody. Zero, zip, nada. And she knows that you are an absolute menace. And you don't win enough. That's the bigger issue. I mean, you're on a 500 team now. Are the Fever tough enough to work through this? They haven't been. They had their best run. Your issue. I mean, you're on a 500 team now. Are the Fever tough enough to work through this? They haven't. Not. And she knows that you are an absolute menace. And you don't win enough. That's the bigger issue. Not. And she knows that you are an absolute menace. And you don't win enough. That's the bigger issue.
They know that Caitlin Clark does not win. And for them to put Caitlin Clark as the GOAT, while the GOAT is on the court, for them to do and put the GOAT on Caitlin Clark and say she's the GOAT. Well, saying she's the GOAT have meaning because this is the GOAT. This is what the GOAT does. This is what the GOAT look like of the WNBA. Hands down, the GOAT of the WNBA of all time. There's not one woman that has done what A'ja Wilson brings and does on the court. Nobody. especially her being on the court and active as of right now. She still got a lot of time. If God will, no injuries come in full effect. They got a whole lot of chasing to do. There's no way that Caitlin Clark could ever be the GOAT when the GOAT is actually playing on the court right there, perfect in each and every single way that it could be perfect in. How can Caitlin Clark ever be the GOAT when A'ja Wilson is on the basketball court? How can Caitlin Clark ever be the GOAT and Dana Taurasi still lives? How can she be the GOAT and Cheryl Swoops is still walking the streets, the highways and byways? How can she be the GOAT and Maya Moore still walks the earth? How can she be the GOAT and the MVP in her rookie year? Candace Parker is walking the streets. How can she be a GOAT and Lisa Leslie is still in full effect? How can she be the GOAT? There's no way that she could be the GOAT. And I debunked that, loose ball. She cannot be the top 10 player in the WNBA. Got too many holes. Got too many losses. Too many holes. 10 players, you just name them. AC Chi-Town Calvin, just give loose ball 10 players that Caitlin Clark is not better in. Type that in the chat of loose ball to even see. See, because me and you on the same wavelength. Just go do the top 10 players in the WNBA right now. Because Alicia Gray and Ryan Howard has to be put up in there as of right now. So, you know what I'm saying? And AT definitely is in there. Fee Collier definitely is up in there. Sabrina Ionescu definitely in there. Hey, Brianna Stewart is definitely in there. Kelsey Plum is definitely in there. Kelsey Mitchell is definitely in there. That she's not better than. We just could go right there. Stop it, loose ball. I know you like your player, but the player that's on her own team, Kelsey Mitchell, is better than her. Scores more, pass better, win without Caitlin. Caitlin can't win with them. They're at 500. It's an explanation. It's an explanation of who makes who better. And y'all heard what Dan the man said. But they are at total war with each other. And you know I got to play. I had to play John, the great liquidator. You know, John, you know what I mean? You know, John the liquidator don't know what he want to be, who he want to be. And then he go and cry wolf and all of this. Y'all got to watch this facial expression, man. Y'all gotta watch this guy, man. This guy is funny. He's hilarious, chat. I mean, seriously, chat. The man is hilarious. Watch his reaction when Dan started chewing up. Watch his reaction. John the Liquidator remind me of AC Chi-Town Calvin Birmingham from Charlie Chaplin. Remember Charlie Chaplin? Y'all go see Charlie Chaplin. Y'all go see Birmingham from Charlie Chaplin. This is who John the Liquidator remind me of. Oh my God. Hilarious. Look, hilarious, guys. I'm finna bring it up so you guys can see John the Liquidator in full effect. Like he like, ooh, I'm telling mama. He like, ooh wee, ooh. He like, I'm telling mama, I'm telling, ooh wee, massa. Oh no, you can't say this about the John Liquidator. Stay out them people business and let them people talk about themselves.
Is what I'm saying right now. So Dan Dawkins had his podcast, man, and this came out yesterday, I believe. Yeah, yesterday. He ain't getting no views on it.
America's favorite diva, Caitlin Clark, getting talked to harshly by her coach, and all she does is bitch, whine, and moan and come back. Now, Caitlin Clark defenders,
What you? Hey, John, you better stop having your mouth open like that. I told y'all it's gonna be epic today. Look at him, like, look at him. Look, he can't believe it. He can't believe it.
Harshly by her coach, and all she does is bitch, whine, and moan and come back. Now, Caitlin Clark defenders, I was fouled. I wasn't. She's being demonstrative, and frankly, this is just another example of her being a jackass. And we're going to talk about people criticizing me for this take, but I understand little Caitlin has the children of the corn wrapped up, and I understand a bunch of middle-aged guys can't stand me, so they love her. But you can all suck it. That's exactly right. You can all suck it. And everybody's making excuses. Everybody's saying, oh, my God, it's so in-depth. It's so hard. Poor Caitlin. She's in such a – no, just don't act like a dick. When you watch her, you get really tired of it. And people say, well, Jordan did that. She ain't Jordan.
Have you ever seen, this is a dark-skinned man, have you ever seen any type of catch and fetch it type of boss, we can't believe it. We can't believe it. Massa, we can't, Weeze is sick. If he ain't the episode of Django, I don't know who he is. I'm just saying, John the Liquidator, you need to stop it. You looking real dumb out here. You looking real, you're a young black man. You looking real stupid out here in these streets. And then, you know, us in the hood, we know you ain't, you know what I mean? We know you ain't built like us. But I mean, damn, have some type of sense of damn pride. Have some type of sense of pride. I'm just saying, John, have some type of damn, you know, something behind you, man. And then, of course, one of my arch enemies had to go on and look at what my arch enemy said about this. Look at, he's just such a snake to me. I don't really like this guy.
Oh, I'm kind of in shock. Like, I made my video about Lyndon retweeting the article that wasn't a hit piece, but it still did imply Caitlin Clark was a problem. And I'm like, clearly the organization is not all in on Caitlin Clark. And then I watched Venom's video, and I'm like, fuck. Like, the Caitlin is like, the whole narrative that the Indiana Fever and like aren't a fan of Caitlin Clark on an organizational level seems to be true.
Mickey Talk Sports, you better take off that Chicago. You better take that off me and AC Chi-Town Calvin. Go take a plane to Ireland and rip that off your damn back. Don't be talking. You up here got Chicago on you live in Ireland, and you definitely is a hater of Angel Reese. Stop.
It seems to be true. And the one thing, I was watching Venom's video, and the one thing I don't agree with Venom is is I actually don't agree that Stephanie White is part of this. Like, just like Tyler Marsh was not anti-Angel Reese. He was not anti-Angel Reese in any way. But Jeff Pagliocca was. Jeff Pagliocca didn't want to have to deal with Angel. And ultimately, it was Jeff Pagliocca that made the decision. And the higher ups have made it known to Fever with the way they've gone about this, that Stephanie White is the one that's untouchable. That Caitlin's not untouchable, Stephanie White is. They've made that clear. And I mean this, like, I do not think that Stephanie White wants to trade Caitlin Clark. I cannot stress this enough. This is not a conspiracy theory based on Stephanie White, because let's be real. There is a good personal relationship there, and I'm still convinced that Stephanie White feels like she can mold Caitlin Clark into the player that she wants.
Mickey, no, Mickey, no. They don't want the Clarkies, your people. They don't want Caitlin Clark to be molded by a coach. They want Caitlin Clark to tell the coach what to do. They don't want Caitlin Clark to be molded by Stephanie White. What are you talking about? The Clarkies, your Klansmen don't want Caitlin Clark to be molded by anyone. They feel that she should be telling Stephanie White the plays. They feel like she should be telling Lynn Dunn what the hell is going on. They feel like Caitlin Clark is the boss. Whatever she says, however she wants to play, however she's going to play, this is what they should be doing. They should not listen. Should nothing be going on the agenda but what Caitlin Clark has on the agenda. Should nothing be happening on the menu except for what Caitlin Clark got going on the menu. Should nothing be done at all in total with this Fever organization unless Caitlin Clark approves of it. This is a straight chaotic situation that all of them have to go under. This is a chaotic situation that the Caitlin Clark fans is going so crazy and mad and up in an uproar at each other that Jason Whitlock, here he come. Y'all know Jason is coming. Y'all know Jason is coming. That Jason Whitlock, dressed in a goddamn wig. Dressed in a wig, come on to his podcast and talk about Caitlin Clark is losing her mind. Jason, I think that's the other way around. I think that you done lost your damn mind. I think that you can't figure out which way is up. Why is it that your player is not producing, have not produced, and will not go any further in her game than what she has, because you guys won't let her go further. You guys won't let Caitlin Clark alone. You guys won't stop the madness. You all have torn apart Angel Reese for 3 straight years, as if Angel Reese is the reason why Caitlin Clark is being attacked. Angel Reese is the reason, Caitlin Clark is the reason why Angel Reese exists. If that was the fact of the matter, Angel Reese would have been the one who lost, and Caitlin Clark would have been the one who won. The impact of a player, the impact of what a player does. Did you guys forget that Angel Reese was the one who won? Did you guys forget? Or to you new people that is behind and a supporter of Caitlin Clark, do you understand that they heckled for 3 years and even heckle right now Angel Reese for Caitlin Clark? Do you understand the Caitlin Clark supporters? All but some have Angel Reese in their mouths every time they speak or say something. They hold Angel Reese, but Angel Reese doesn't do this, and Angel Reese is not that, and Angel Reese is this. Why is that? Why is this a big situation? Why is you bringing this up, Brother Claude? Because the sycophants have had their way, and it's about to be time out for the sycophants, as we're going to play one for you right now.
But Caitlin Clark,
hey Emma, what's
behaves poorly on the court. I want to show you last night when I knew. This is when I knew. This is in the first quarter. I think maybe 4 minutes left in the first quarter, and that's when I was like, oh, Houston, there's a problem tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have problems.
This is a computer, y'all. Forgive me. Internet special. Y'all already know it's internet special going on.
It's just a little small thing, but I want you to look at it. Look.
Oh my God.
The ref yells at him. That's crazy. She tried to draw a foul. There was no draw a foul. There was no foul. And then you turn to the
it's circling, guys. I don't know what the bank, you know what I mean? Y'all already know what time it is.
refs and yell and scream at them like they've done something wrong.
I just wanted to show you guys that part. You know what I mean? The internet is kind of it's going a little bit slow over here. I don't know. It's about 20, 30 people online right about now up in the house. But I wanted to show you guys what Jason Whitlock had to say about Caitlin, and said that she was a head case. He said that Caitlin Clark needs some mental support. He said also that Caitlin Clark does not have the mental capacity, but then of course he gets the right and he goes back and forth, flip-flopping, flip-flopping, and flip-flopping. But here's something that you guys need to know. Fever reporter Scott Agnes says the team revoked his credentials after reporting on Caitlin Clark injury. It says the Indiana Fever found themselves in hot water in May after failing to report an injury for the star guard Caitlin Clark, despite not being listed on the injury report, Clark was a late scratch for the game against the Portland Fire. It was initially reported that Clark's absence was part of the strategic management plan. In the words, she was sitting for load management reasons. Now, the reporter who brought that issue to light says he no longer is able to get credentials for the Fever games. In the newsletter post today, Scott Angus said that the team informed him he was having his credentials revoked over the spread of inaccurate and unsubstantiated information. Scott explained that the Fever took issue with his use of term strategic management plan when reporting on Clark's injury. Agnes said that briefly met with the team PR, who told him they believed his tweet was false. He then said his credentials were revoked without any further conversation. In response, Agnes said he stood by his reporting, which was the source and updated as more information became available. Clark and the Fever initially came under fire after the star guard was surprisingly ruled out ahead of the team's game against the Fire on May 20th. After Agnes' strategically management plan tweet, the organization went into damage control, with head coach Stephanie White stating Clark was healthy and that the team wasn't managing anything. At some point during the various meeting with the media on game day, White revealed Clark was not a participant in practice that the previous day, despite that the team did not list Clark as part of its injury report. That was a potential violation of the WNBA rules, which states players and injuries and participate status must be reported 5 p.m. local time the day before the game. The WNBA looked into the situation and issued a warning to the Fever for their actions. Ahead of the team's next game, Clark was listed as probable. And then the team's injury report due to a back issue. She played in that contest, dropping 22 points in a win. A day after Agnes revealed his ban, the WNBA chapter of the Professional Basketball Writers Association, the PBWA, issued a statement objecting to any report losing access for the act of reporting. The PBWA mentioned that the Fever is in its tweet, though did not mention the team, Agnes or Clark, in its statement. Agnes said he covered the Fever since 2013 and is disappointed by the decision. Despite having his credentials revoked, Agnes said he still committed to covering the Fever, the Pacers, and professional basketball in Indiana with the same standards I always have. Now, they are they in damage control. This thing has gotten out of order, chat. This thing has gotten out of hand with just a certain girl named Caitlin Clark. Hey, Sister Victory, I see you in the building. With a young girl that just wanted to play basketball, ADP. With a young girl, Brother Troy, I see you in the building. With a little girl that just wanted to play basketball. Omega, I see you up in the building. Noah King, I see you here. T. Camilla, I see you here. I'm just giving y'all the information of what it is. Autumn, what's going on? Listen, y'all, you can like it or love it or let it alone. Caitlin Clark only wants to play basketball. All of this hoopla and all of the things that has happened in all of the fights that is going on, with all of the people, the general people who says that they support Caitlin Clark and want her to be great and want her to be this superwoman or the greatest of all time, which is Asia Wilson. Once again, to those who was not watching, this is the GOAT of the WNBA that's live and in person. Hey, Sister Reese, what we have here is a situation of the Clarkies having a civil war amongst one another. They have went to their podcast. They have went to their Twitter. They have went to their Instagram. They have weaponized the social media to go at each other because of what Dan the Man said. Because of what Jason Whitlock had said, and then he had to recant what he said. This is a special thing of how this right here has absolutely have failed over and over and over again to do the things that need to be done and been necessary to do. The Clarkies will never be able to put Angel Reese in this. They can't find a way. They need a way, but they can't find a way. This is the only thing that we all know that is happening right now on their platforms. It is a situation that is alarming. And Caitlin Clark and Stephanie White is the ultimate blame for it all as far as this is concerned. Hey, Brother Brian Lewis. Here is a little more from the crazed man, Jason Whitlock, and what he had to say about the situation that Dan Orlovsky says that he can't stand this guy because this guy knows nothing about basketball. This guy, Jason Whitlock, in the middle, knows nothing about basketball. And yes, covering basketball and knowing how to play basketball is two different things. Because you cover what is professionally able to be done. But here's Jason Whitlock trying to be the cleanup man for it all.
Caitlin Clark 6. That's Lynn Dunn, former head coach of the Indiana Fever, who's now their senior advisor. She's in her 70s. Kelly Krauskopf, team president. She's been involved with the Fever and the Pacers for more than 20 years. Amber Cox, the general manager of the Fever. Stephanie White, the head coach of the Fever. Brianne January, the former Indiana Fever player that was on the 2012 team that won the WNBA championship under Lynn Dunn. And Karima Kelly and her husband. Karima was a member of the 2012 Indiana Fever team. The first 5 of those women that I named, they're all alphabet soldiers. Karina Kelly is married to Austin Kelly, who's their offensive coach. But this is the Caitlin Clark 6. This is the modern day SLA, the Stephanie White Liberation Army, that has converted Caitlin Clark to full-blown communist.
I can't make this shit. I can't make this up, chat. Chat, I can't make this up. This is real right now. This guy's a straight fool.
That has converted Caitlin Clark into full-blown feminist. And so if you're trying to understand how yesterday, after that blow-up during Saturday's game where Caitlin Clark and Stephanie White are yelling and screaming at each other, and Stephanie White pulls her, benches her, and puts Raven Johnson in. And if you're wondering why Caitlin Clark is signing off, co-signing these idiotic coaching of Stephanie White and Brianne January and this whole entire Indiana Fever organization as they destroy her. And she's co-signing it. If you're one,
she's co-signing it, idiot, because what she's saying is the truth, dumbass. She's telling you that she was in the wrong. See, these are the things that I'm talking about Jason Whitlock. This is what I'm talking about when it comes to John the Liquidator, Ben Daniels, and all of these other ones who never been able to put a ball on the court for real. Jason Whitlock, flip-flop. You don't know what you want to do. You call her crazy. Then you saying you show where she's doing unnecessary things. And then you try to come and tell the people that she's broken and all of this and all of that. You want us to believe, Jason Whitlock, that Caitlin Clark is mentally disturbed. You want us to believe, Jason Whitlock, that she's under hypnotism and hypnosis and she has been taken from you guys. She has now been weaponized as a feminist. Well, your boy Toy, John the Liquidator, and whatever the guy from the other television, whatever the hell he got going on, as the boy toys look in and try to make excuses. And then you said that Stephanie White was a horrible coach. Wasn't Christy Sides a horrible coach too, who won Coach of the Year in her current onslaught? Wasn't Christy Sides there? Christy Sides is a horrible coach. But I'm gonna tell you, you can't have it both ways. You cannot have it both ways, Jason. This is not gonna go down well, you guys. With this young lady just wanting to be a basketball player, you have not seen any of that. In the last 3 years, Caitlin Clark have not produced anything less than just a mediocre player. She is not in the top 10 loose ball. I'm sorry to tell you. Maybe in the top 20, but not in the top 10. And this is okay with Caitlin Clark because she knows she has work to do. It's you all that puts her in the places that she don't belong. And we find you doing that a lot. There's no way that Caitlin Clark could ever be the best player and a GOAT at the same time in a league she just only been in for 3 years. And the last 2 years stunk up the place. And still stinking up the place. Don't put players in situations that they did not ask for. You guys are doing yourselves a disservice when you do these type of things. I'm going to use the Freedom of Use Act to put one of my Chicago natives on you know what I mean, on the show. This is the first time that I put her on the show, but she made real good sense. She made very good sense. And the way she broke it down, it made sense. It made perfect sense. And I'm like, now I know that Quita, you know, she tries to stay neutral. She tries to give you, you know, a great show, and she tries to, you know, stay right there in the middle so that, you know, she could give you service But goddamn, Quita had to weigh in on what was going on with Caitlin Clark and how damaging this has been to the whole league, not just the Caitlin Clark, the whole league. If they think that this is okay, if they think that this is all right, but they don't want it to be all right, and some of you guys that just got plain fandom, you guys don't know what you're doing because you're making it hard, not on the players, because the other players, they out to go get it out the mud for themselves. The other players are not put on a pedestal or a totem pole or some type of bracket where they have to have these big, gigantic expectations coming from them. No. What you have is a situation where Caitlin Clark have been put so much on a pedestal that now you have to find their way of doing things. She got to find her way.
Everything that Caitlin Clark does, or everything attached to Caitlin Clark, it comes with a mountain of scrutiny. And that's because she's blessed with the biggest fan base in women's basketball, the biggest fan base we've ever seen in the WNBA. And that's fantastic. That's a blessing. But a problem is that there is a contingent of that vast, huge fan base that thinks that every single time something goes wrong, they got to go looking for someone else to blame. Now, let me walk you through a quick, non-thorough timeline, okay? At Iowa, when they lost in the championship game, it was, yay, they got there, but, coaching, it could have been better. Y'all had a chance. It could have been coaching that was better. And her teammates, Caitlin's teammates, were not giving her enough, right? Coming into the league, it was Diana Taurasi and how she's a hater because she said that reality is coming, right? Caitlin's rookie year, it was head coach Chrissy Sides who didn't know what she was doing. Get her out. This is a bad coach, right? It was Kelsey Mitchell is selfish and she needs to pass the ball more and she needs to stop shooting. This girl is not that good. She needs to get a ball to Caitlin and be quiet. It was Kennedy Carter. It was Angel Reese. It was the entire Chicago Sky team who was targeting her. It was the refs and the league for failing to protect the golden goose. Last year, it was the Fever training staff who supposedly had no clue what they were doing when Caitlin started the season banged up and when she ultimately missed the rest of the season, right? It was Caitlin was in Iowa. She was never hurt. She goes to Indiana. Now she's injured. Y'all don't know what y'all doing. Fire the training staff. Fire them. It's the league's fault. Fire everybody in the league office because they allowed Caitlin to get bumped. And now the result is, now she's hurt. Now she's hurt. It's their fault. It's their fault that this happened to her, right? And this year, it's still the training staff has no idea what they're doing. It's that Stephanie White needs to be fired because she's a bad coach. It's Stephanie White can't coach defense, even though defense is what she does, right? It's the fact that she doesn't know how to substitute players. Her substitution patterns are terrible. Why would you take Caitlin Clark out so early in the first quarter? You don't know what you're doing, right? It's still about her teammates and the fact that they don't know what they're doing. They're still not making enough shots when she passes them the ball. It's that some players still are selfish. They need to do more defensively to hide her on the court.
Quita breaking that shit down. Quita breaking it down. Queen showing you it's everybody else but Caitlyn. It's exhausting. Quita is showing you and leave you a shout out to Quita. Shout out to Q. She's showing you that it's a pathology, a hypocrisy going on. Quita broke it down that it's not Caitlyn. It's Lisa Bluder. It's the Iowa staff. It's her team on Iowa. She goes to the pros. It's Angel Reese. That hater. It's the girls in the WNBA. Everyone hates. It's the LGBTQ. It's the black women feminists. It's the feminist women. They all against her. She's straight, not gay. It's because she's a white girl. Reverse racial tension. No, she was saying, Mama, that's what the Clarkies is saying. Quita was breaking down what the Clarkies say. Oh, they need to do a better job to hide Caitlyn. Quita don't agree with that. Quita said that's nonsense. If you a player, you are there to play offense and defense. You're here to play basketball. Basketball got two different things that you have to do on one side of the court and the other side of the court. So Quita didn't say hide her, Mama. She was saying that that's what the Clarkies say. The Caitlyn Clark clan says. I just wanted to make sure you don't get upset with Quita. Because Quita was saying it's everybody else's fault but Caitlyn. It's the referees, they're calling those calls and they need to be checked because Stephanie White don't know how to step up for her players, her friends. Oh, Kennedy Carter was able to do it. Leah Boston didn't protect Caitlyn. You know, it's exhausting. It's exhausting. It's exhausting for us to have to sit here and every single time, and they got something going on. The most talked about last week was the president and Caitlyn Clark issue. Did y'all know that? Did y'all know that they made this hoopla on this little white girl that only wants to play basketball? It's the clash of the Titans. Her own clansmen are going crazy on each other. They're calling each other liars. I got the scoop. No, I got the scoop. No, what I'm saying is the best. No, I'm just sitting back, man. Listen, as they all do this, guys, as they all do this, I'm definitely I mean, it's hilarious. They all are at war with each other in the uproar. Nobody wants to hear about Caitlyn Clark's woes every single day. We don't want to hear that. We want to hear about basketball. And what we're going to do is, in just a couple of minutes, guys, that we're going to watch the Atlanta Dream game. We're going to watch Atlanta and the Fever go at it. We're going to be on the Players Club and watch and do our thing. I just want you guys to tune in to the Players Club, to tune in and watch this thing. I'll be there live and in person with Keisha and So Pretty Tony to watch and tune in to what's going on in the Players Club. My brother Duvall will be over there, hopefully. But I want you guys, as they go on tonight, it's like a playoff game. They have upgraded and upclassed and wanted to see a reversal of Iowa and LSU go at it in the Commissioner Cup game. We're about to see excellent basketball tonight, competitive basketball. And you guys, tonight at 10 o'clock, I'll be here tonight to break it down and break the whole game down tonight at 10. I'll see you guys in a minute. Come on over to the Players Club. But for me, y'all, I have to show it and keep it real. I have to show this and keep it real. This is why I love Paige Beckers. Baby Paige is one of one. Paige Beckers is one of a kind. And this is why I love her. And I always support Baby Paige. Thank you, brother. Thank you so much. We're gonna hear from Paige Beckers after these messages. Yeah.
Soldier that the streets talk about. If it ain't making money, ain't nothing to talk about.
I 100% appreciate you too, brother. I really do, 100%. Paige Becker sends supportive message to Caitlin Clark. Paige Becker's Caitlin Clark faces criticism last week during the Indiana Fever's 184 loss to the Portland Fire after the sideline exchange with the head coach Stephanie White went viral. It was frustrating afternoon overall for Indiana, but especially for Clark. The Fever star got into early foul trouble, scored just 6 points on one made field goal, and played only 21 minutes. Following a brief back and forth with White, Clark was replaced with rookie Raven Johnson. While it's completely normal for a coach and a star player to occasionally disagree during the game, Clark remains under the microscope nearly every time she takes the court. The level of attention often leads to criticism from the fans, media alike, despite her massive popularity. However, many have come to Clark's defense, including the fellow WNBA star Paige Beckers of Dallas Wings. Beckers told reporters that Clark handles the pressure and scrutiny with grace. I would just say she handles it with grace, and the pressure she put under every single night to perform at a level that she does, it's inhumane, really. To expect people to be perfect and not have off games or off nights. If she doesn't go 8 for 10 from the three, people are questioning things, Becker said. The Wing star added, the expectations placed on Clark are unfair, while praising her ability to tune out all the noise. It's just unfair to have to deal with that, but I'm sure she has a great team around her and a great people to help her. And I know she's a great person at dealing with it, tuning out the noise and continue to be there for herself and her team. But I mean, the expectations is tough when you listen to it. I'm sure she has great way to tune in and out. So Paige Becker, shout out to Paige Beckers. Paige just was like, man, look, y'all let the girl play basketball. God damn. Just let the girl play. Just let the girl play basketball and leave that stuff alone. And I wanted to leave. I had to say this. You know, y'all switching it up, man. I'm just telling y'all, man, listen. If you are a parent and you have teenagers in this society, be careful of what they listen to and what they do. If you are a parent and you have young children coming and watching, be monetary on what they hear, because there's so much stuff out here. There's so many things going on in the world. And I just want to say that I thank each and every one of y'all in the chat for coming here and this show. I know I missed this morning, so I had to come on and do this thing. I was already prepared for this morning, but I couldn't get to you guys. I had a lot of other things to take care of. But turn on your notifications every time I drop a hot banger. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Please share this channel. Share. Listen, y'all, we are becoming #1. They said that 93% of the people that come to this channel have been shared by people that already are here. That's what the analytics say. So I thank you guys for what you do. I thank you for what you've done. And I thank you for what you will do. But as always, I leave as I came with another banger. I love y'all. Hey, shout out to everybody. Meet me in the Players Club. Come on over. The game about to start, y'all. I love y'all and I appreciate y'all. But yes, I have to play the best thing that's smoking right now. Because guess what? They at war with each other and they don't want none. Yeah, man.
No, if you do, come get some. But I know you don't want none. You don't wanna go to war with me. You don't want none. If you do, come get some. But I know you don't want none. You don't wanna go to war with me. I'm hearing fake suckers talk about they want war. You don't want none coming from the soldiers, boy. Better be cool, sit down and just chill. You don't wanna see me out on the battlefield. I rip tracks up for a damn living. Beat them whole like a piece of pound Thanksgiving. Welcome to the Killer's Terror Dome. Get ready cause daddy's home. I'm raw with it, that's why the streets feel me. And that's why these haters wanna kill me. They ain't ready for the counterattack. I'm shooting rounds with actual facts. So whenever you see me coming, y'all better start running. I came to this game to handle my business. There ain't another reason why I'm up in this. You don't want none. If you do, come get some. But I know you don't want none. You don't wanna go to war with me. You don't want none. If you do, come get some. But I know you don't want